True abundance, it's an inside job.
It is.
It starts with our thoughts, our beliefs, how we feel inside.
Violet Spring really emphasizes that. When we cultivate that inner abundance,
Yeah,
it just naturally attracts more abundance into our lives.
it's a magnet.
It is. It's like this radiant energy that draws in the opportunities, the relationships, the resources that we need.
Okay, so it's about shifting our focus from what's missing
Yeah.
to what's already here.
Yes, yes. When we appreciate what we have, it opens us up to receive even more.
All right, let's jump right in today. We're looking at this really interesting chapter from Abundance, The Whole Truth. It's by Violet Spring. She's a holistic life coach.
Right.
And this chapter just kind of hit me in a way that reframed abundance for me.
Oh, interesting.
Not just about attracting what we want, but also understanding what we get, even the things that maybe we don't like so much.
Yeah, it's a total perspective shift, right? Like instead of chasing things, it's recognizing that there's some intelligence behind what we're already getting.
Exactly.
And Violet Spring, she actually breaks it down into 3 types of abundance: gifts, lessons, and opportunities.
Okay.
And each one kind of has its own role in our journey.
That's really fascinating. So she starts off talking about internal harmony.
Right.
And how that's key to like experiencing abundance.
Yes.
So it's this balance between our conscious desires, our subconscious ego, and then that superconscious intuition.
Exactly. It's like, when you have those 3-legged stools, and if one leg is wonky, the whole thing is unstable. It's kind of like that.
Totally.
And so she uses this example of wanting a new car. You're all excited. You can smell that new car smell.
Yeah.
But then you get denied for the loan.
Oh, yeah. Ouch. Been there.
Right. Most people would see that as like a failure.
Yeah.
That abundance is not on their side.
For sure.
But she's saying that actually that is a form of abundance, an abundance lesson.
Okay.
Might not feel good in the moment.
Yeah.
But it's the universe's way of saying, hold on, there's something you need to learn here before you jump into this big financial commitment.
I like that.
Right. Like maybe it's managing debt, maybe it's building credit, or maybe it's realizing that this new car isn't actually in line with your values at all.
Mm-hmm. So deep. So it's not about the universe withholding something.
Right.
But more like guiding you toward ultimately greater abundance.
Exactly, exactly. And what's really interesting is she says these abundance lessons often repeat until we get it. So the universe is like this patient teacher, giving us a little nudge or maybe a big shove.
A little tap on the shoulder.
Yeah, in the right direction.
Okay, so that makes me think, if someone is constantly struggling financially, it's not just bad luck, it's a signal
Yeah.
to look inward and see what that lesson might be.
Exactly. Yeah, maybe it's a pattern of overspending or like a fear of success that's kind of sabotaging their efforts.
Right.
But by addressing the root cause, we can actually break free from these patterns.
For sure. For sure. Okay, so we talked about abundance lessons, the kind that maybe aren't so fun,
Right.
but they help us grow.
Yes.
But now let's talk about the fun stuff.
Okay.
Abundance gifts.
Oh, yeah.
The unexpected windfall.
Absolutely. Finding money on the street, a surprise gift, maybe a job offer you weren't expecting. Those are all abundance gifts.
So fun.
But Violet Spring points out that they can be negative too.
Wait, negative gifts? How does that work?
I know, it sounds counterintuitive. But think of it this way. Sometimes unexpected challenges can actually be what pushes us to grow.
Okay.
Violet Spring actually shares this story about wanting to leave work early to avoid a snowstorm.
Okay.
But instead of focusing on getting home safe, she was all stressed out I'm never gonna make it.
Yeah, I do that.
Right. And guess what? She ended up getting a flat tire in the storm.
Oh no.
And she thinks her energy, that mixed energy of wanting to leave but also panicking, actually attracted that negative gift.
Oh.
It's a powerful reminder that our thoughts and emotions, they really do shape our reality.
That actually makes me think of karma.
Oh, yeah.
Like Violet Spring also puts that in the category of abundance gifts.
Totally. It's that law of cause and effect, What you put out comes back to you. So whether it's, positive actions attracting positive gifts or negative actions leading to lessons.
Like karma.
Exactly. It's a feedback loop.
It is. So in a way, even the negative experiences can be seen as these gifts, pushing us to do better, to be more aligned.
It's like the universe is always guiding us, even if it's not always in the way we expect.
I like that.
Right. And then there's that third type of abundance, and this is the one that really gets me excited.
Okay.
The abundance opportunities.
Oh, yeah.
So think Steve Jobs dropping out of college, starting Apple in his parents' garage.
And building $1 trillion empire.
Exactly. That is seizing an abundance opportunity.
It is. Wow.
And what's really interesting is he didn't just stumble upon success. He had this vision, this clear vision to make computers accessible to everyone.
Right.
And he pursued that passion even when things got tough.
So those setbacks that might have felt like abundance lessons at the time
Exactly.
actually shaped his journey.
Totally. It's about aligning our actions with our passion and serving a bigger purpose. That's what unlocks those big opportunities.
Okay, I love that. And these opportunities, they can show up in the most unexpected ways, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Violet Spring talks about numbers, words, symbols, even random objects, you know?
It's about paying attention.
Yeah, those synchronicities, the patterns, those little nudges from the universe.
It's like the universe is talking to us.
It is. It is. And you know, I've even experienced this myself. I mean,
Oh, really? That's so cool. What's fascinating is how she ties all this back to working in harmony with the 12 universal laws, you know? Makes you wonder, how can understanding those laws help us attract the abundance we want?
yeah, that is a great question.
So to recap, we've got the 3 types of abundance.
Yeah.
Gifts, lessons, and opportunities.
Exactly. And recognizing each type can help us align our energy with the universe.
And attract what we truly desire.
It's like the universe is constantly communicating through these forms of abundance, you know, guiding us toward our full potential.
It really is, and if we're not paying attention, we might miss those subtle signs, those opportunities for amazing things.
Exactly. And that's what's so beautiful about this concept.
Yeah.
It encourages us to be more mindful, more aware of the synchronicities, the patterns in our lives.
Right. And to trust that even those negative abundance gifts, those lessons, are there to help us grow.
Absolutely. It's a shift from seeing abundance as just material things to recognizing the deeper meaning in everything we experience.
So as we wrap up this part of our deep dive, it really makes you wonder, what messages are we getting right now, but haven't quite deciphered yet?
Ooh, yeah, that's a great question to think about. Yeah, it's almost like we have to learn this whole new language, the language of abundance.
I like that.
And once you start to see those patterns, the signs, the lessons, it's like, whoa, it opens up this whole new awareness.
Yeah. And Violet Spring connects this to the 12 universal laws, right?
Yes, exactly.
And those laws, like the law of attraction, the law of vibration, it's a framework for understanding how energy works and how we can actually work with it.
Totally. And it's cool how she blends this like ancient wisdom with a modern approach to abundance.
Right.
So, for example, the law of vibration, it says everything is energy vibrating at different frequencies. Our thoughts, our emotions, our beliefs, they all have a vibration.
Okay.
And they attract experiences that match that frequency.
So if we're constantly like vibrating on this level of lack or worry, we're going to attract more of that.
Exactly. But if we can shift it to gratitude, to joy, to abundance,
Right.
we attract a whole different experience.
It's like changing the channel on the radio.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. We have the power to choose what we want to tune into.
That's so powerful. And it makes me think about how important it is to like cultivate that positive mindset, to practice gratitude.
Yes.
Violet Spring even talks about starting each day by acknowledging the abundance we already have.
Like a warm bed, a roof over our heads, our loved ones.
Exactly, those things we take for granted.
We do, but when we really appreciate them, it shifts our perspective.
Totally.
And it helps us vibrate at a higher level. It's like we're training our minds to focus on the good.
Instead of what's missing.
Right. It's like that saying, what you focus on expands. So if we want more abundance, we got to focus on the abundance that's already there.
Okay, I love that. And it makes me think about that law of inspired action.
Yes.
It's not enough to just think positive. We have to take action, right?
It's about aligning our actions with our vision, listening to our intuition.
So for someone who wants a new job,
Yeah.
they might update their resume, start networking, take some courses.
Exactly. It's about taking those aligned steps, and the universe will usually meet us halfway.
It's like a dance.
It is. It is. And sometimes those opportunities come in ways we don't expect.
That's true.
So we got to be open, trust that the universe has a plan, even if it's not our plan.
Trust. That's a big one, right? Trusting the process, trusting our gut.
It is. Trusting that the universe is working for us, even when it doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, surrendering to that flow.
Recognizing that every experience, even the tough ones, they're all opportunities for growth.
That leads us to abundance as a journey, not a destination.
Yeah.
It's not about reaching a certain level of success and then being like, okay, I'm abundant now.
Right. It's about embodying that abundant mindset every single day.
Regardless of what's happening around us.
Exactly. Finding joy in the present moment, appreciating what we have, trusting that more is coming.
I like that. And it brings us to this really important point. True abundance, it's an inside job.
It is.
It starts with our thoughts, our beliefs, how we feel inside.
Violet Spring really emphasizes that. When we cultivate that inner abundance,
Yeah,
it just naturally attracts more abundance into our lives.
it's a magnet.
It is. It's like this radiant energy that draws in the opportunities, the relationships, the resources that we need.
Okay, so it's about shifting our focus from what's missing
Yeah.
to what's already here.
Yes. When we appreciate what we have, it opens us up to receive even more.
And it's not just about stuff, right? It's about feeling abundant in all areas. Relationships, health, creativity, our spiritual side.
Totally. It's about that feeling of wholeness, of gratitude that permeates every aspect of our lives.
That reminds me of that Oprah quote.
Which one?
Be thankful for what you have, you'll end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never have enough.
Ooh, that's a good one. It really highlights how our thoughts and beliefs shape our reality.
They do, so if we choose to focus on abundance, we're creating a more abundant experience.
We are, and Violet Spring also talks about letting go of those beliefs that block abundance. Like, I'm not good enough, or I don't deserve it, or there's not enough to go around.
Right, those limiting beliefs.
Yeah, they often come from our past, but they don't have to control us.
So we need to identify them and then challenge them.
Exactly, so we can make space for more empowering beliefs.
And she suggests things like affirmations, visualization, journaling,
It's like planting new seeds in our minds.
and nurturing them with positivity.
Yes, and as we shift our internal world, our external world starts to reflect that.
It's like the universe is responding to our growth.
Totally. Bringing us opportunities that align with our new vibration.
It's amazing. It's like we have more control than we realize.
We do, and that control comes from understanding these principles of abundance.
And then consciously aligning ourselves with them.
Exactly. So it's not about waiting for abundance to just show up.
Right.
It's about actively creating the conditions for it to thrive.
It's like we become co-creators with the universe.
We do, working with it to bring our dreams to life.
And that's empowering because it means abundance is available to everyone.
It is, no matter your background, your circumstances, your past.
I love that. This has been such a great conversation.
Me too. It's really deepened my understanding of abundance.
Violet Spring's book, it's a must-read for anyone who wants to dive deeper.
Definitely. It's full of wisdom and practical tools.
And for our listeners,
Yeah.
I want to leave you with this question. If abundance really is an inside job, what steps can you take today to cultivate that feeling within yourself?
Ooh, that's a powerful question. Because as we cultivate that inner abundance, we become a magnet for even more abundance in every area of our lives. And it all comes back to this idea, that abundance is holistic.
Right.
It's not just one thing. It's about like our whole being, physical, emotional, mental, even spiritual.
Yeah, she talks about things like meditation, mindfulness, spending time in nature
Right.
as ways to really connect with ourselves and tap into that source of abundance.
Exactly. It's about finding that quiet space in the middle of all the craziness,
The noise.
Yeah, quieting the mind and just allowing ourselves to receive.
To be open.
Yeah, and it's not just a one-time thing. It's got to be a practice.
Right.
Like a commitment to cultivating this abundant life.
One step at a time.
Yeah, one thought, one action, one choice.
It's about creating a life that feels, rich,
Yes.
fulfilling,
Not just about the stuff, but about the meaning.
the purpose.
Yeah, the connections.
It's a journey, not a destination.
Totally. Always more to learn, more to experience, more to grow into.
And just trusting that the universe is guiding us towards our best selves.
This has been so inspiring. I feel like I see abundance in a whole new light now.
Me too. It's been great diving into this with you.
Violet Spring's book is like a must read.
It is so much wisdom in there.
And for our listeners, here's a final thought to leave you with.
Okay.
If the universe is always communicating through abundance, what messages are you getting right now?
Ooh, good one.
Are you open to receiving them, even if they show up in ways you don't expect?
It's a great question to ponder as we wrap up.
It is.
I encourage everyone to reflect on that and to just embrace the abundance that's already there.
Yeah.
And remember, you have the power to create even more abundance starting today.
Absolutely. That's a great place to end it.
It is.
Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
We hope you feel inspired to unlock your own potential for abundance.
Yes, and remember, stay curious, trust your gut, and never stop exploring all the amazing possibilities out there. Until next time, keep diving deep.
Thanks so much for watching. I'm truly grateful for the support you show Metaphysical Manor and my content when you like, comment, share, and subscribe, as all of those things keep me motivated to keep making content and helps grow our amazing Soul Star community.